Today's episode covers 5 big items: GM's Apple CarPlay connection progress, Skoda's Vision O electric Octavia, a 2025 review of hybrid and EV performance, a sharp fall in high-end car sales in China, and Rivian's potential to make lidar-based autonomy affordable by 2025. Welcome back to Autonews Daily. I'm Lea Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. First up, GM and Apple CarPlay, a connectivity update that matters for drivers and automakers alike. Reports indicate that a modification or integration of Apple CarPlay in GM vehicles is working, a step that highlights how legacy and new mobility players keep pushing to improve in-car digital experiences. For drivers, smoother CarPlay integration means more seamless access to navigation, calls, and media. And for automakers, it's a reminder that software and user experience are now central to vehicle competitiveness. Looking at what this signals for the broader industry, the GM CarPlay development is part of a larger trend where automakers must balance in-house infotainment ambitions with consumer expectations for familiar smartphone interfaces. Many buyers expect their phones to be an extension of the car, so offering reliable CarPlay or Android Auto support reduces friction at the point of sale and can be a differentiator in EV and ICE lineups alike. On the product side, manufacturers face technical trade-offs, integrating smartphone ecosystems while protecting vehicle systems, maintaining safety protocols, and planning for over-the-air updates that keep both infotainment and vehicle controls current. For suppliers and software partners, this kind of integration continues to open revenue and collaboration opportunities, whether in connectivity stacks, cybersecurity, or subscription services layered on top. Transitioning to Europe, Skoda's Vision O, an electric take on a familiar name. The Skoda Vision O concept presents an electric interpretation of the Octavia, signaling the automaker's intent to move one of its most recognizable models toward electrification. This kind of move is typical of OEMs that are reshaping beloved nameplates into EV form without losing the identity that customers associate with those models. What's notable is the messaging and strategic positioning behind such a move. By applying an established name like Octavia to an electric platform, Skoda is trying to ease customer transition from combustion models to battery power, leveraging brand loyalty to accelerate EV adoption. For manufacturing, this often means rethinking architecture and cost structures so an electric Octavia can be produced at scale while maintaining the price and practicality customers expect. Designers and engineers are balancing range, packaging, and affordability with the interior space and value that made the Octavia popular. Finally, in market terms, a mainstream electrified Octavia could influence competitors in Europe to follow suit, intensifying competition in the compact family car segment where cost, range, and practicality remain decisive factors. Next, we examine a broader market pulse, a 2025 review of hybrid sales and EV performance. The review highlights how hybrids and pure EVs have performed recently, and what those patterns mean for manufacturers, policymakers, and consumers. This kind of annual assessment helps map whether buyers are leaning toward hybrids as transitional technology or moving directly to battery electric vehicles, and it sheds light on how infrastructure, incentives, and product availability are shaping choices. From an industry planning perspective, the trends in such a review are important for production planning and R&D prioritization. If hybrids are holding steady or growing in certain markets, OEMs may choose to keep hybrid options in their lineups longer, especially where charging infrastructure lags. Conversely, stronger EV performance suggests accelerating investment in battery supply chains and charging networks. For suppliers, the shift impacts component demand: more electric powertrain parts, different thermal management solutions, and fewer traditional engine components. Policymakers and cities use these reviews too to calibrate incentives, emissions rules, and charging infrastructure deployment. And consumers benefit from transparency. Understanding total cost of ownership and real-world performance can shorten the gap between curiosity and commitment to electrified vehicles. Smoothly moving to the Asia market, high-end car sales are tumbling in China, a significant development given China's outsized role in global auto volumes. Recent trends show a decline in demand for high-end vehicles as more price-conscious buyers choose affordable local brands over European marcas and other premium imports. That shift reflects broader economic and competitive dynamics within China's automotive market. For luxury brands and their global production strategies, this change raises strategic questions. Luxury manufacturers have long relied on China for sales growth. A pullback means reassessing pricing, localization of production, and customer engagement. Local brands have been improving quality and offerings, and the value proposition of luxury imports faces pressure from increasingly competitive domestic alternatives. On the consumer side, the movement toward more affordable options could be driven by changing priorities, spending patterns, or perceptions of value, and it underscores how quickly market share can shift when local competitors close technological and quality gaps. For the industry overall, this development will likely accelerate localization efforts, targeted product adjustments, and maybe new financing or service packages designed to retain high-end buyers. If you enjoy this roundup and want us to keep covering these shifts in the auto industry, please like and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing the news for you. And now to our most popular story today, Rivian and lidar, a development that could make affordable autonomy by 2025. The core of the report is that Rivian's advances in lidar technology, specifically a reduction in costs tied to lidar components and systems, could push down the expense of building robust driver assistance and autonomous capabilities. Lower-cost lidar would change the economics of autonomy, making advanced perception systems feasible across broader parts of an automaker's lineup rather than reserved for high-end models only. The implications here are profound. LiDAR has long been discussed as a key sensor for high-confidence object detection and depth perception, but cost and integration complexity have limited its deployment. If Rivian or its partners succeed in meaningfully reducing LiDAR costs, that could spur a wave of upgraded driver assistance systems that perform better in varied lighting and weather conditions than camera-only systems. For EV makers, integrating lower-cost LiDAR could become a selling point. Safer, more capable ADAS packages at a mainstream price, while also shaping supplier strategies and aftermarket opportunities. There are also regulatory and safety considerations. Wider LiDAR adoption could influence testing requirements and accelerate the development of standards for autonomous features. Finally, for consumers, the promise is clearer. Improved safety features and advanced driver tools could come standard sooner, changing expectations about what modern vehicles should offer. That wraps our coverage for today. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with another roundup of the latest developments shaping cars, technology, and mobility. See you then.